Hey guys, this is my second uh, review. Alright, I am reviewing Marvel's The Avengers. Let me say, guys, you gotta see this movie. You just have to. This is the greatest movie of the year so far, and it will be. It makes The Hunger Games look like a piece of shit. And The Hunger Games was amazing. It was a great movie, but that's how good The Avengers is. First of all, the fact you have to see the Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 1 and 2, Thor, and Captain America to really get this movie, to really see how long we've been waiting for me to be 15 and to be experiencing it. And this thing started when I was 12 years old. It's so cool. It is just so cool. Really, it's the greatest movie. It's the best movie I've seen ever. Not only did it shatter Harry Potter's box office records, it's just great. Robert Downey Jr. He might have sucked on SNL, might be his other. He was good in The Soloist, but this is where 20 years from now, we're gonna remember Robert Downey Jr. We're gonna remember him as the guy who played Iron Man. I mean, really, he was perfect, and oh God, was he funny. Mark Ruffalo, I personally liked Edward Norton, but Mark Ruffalo was even better as Bruce Banner. Chris Hemsworth plays a perfect Thor. I think Scarlett Johansson plays a really good, what's it called, Black Widow. I think it's the guy who played Malfoy, who plays Loki, Loki was good. He seemed like a good but not threatening enough villain. And I really loved how they included Hawkeye, Clint Barton. You know, they kind of introduced him to this public that doesn't really know the Marvel characters like some of us do. And they introduced him, and they could not have done a better job. I mean, it was impossible. This was just so good. Nick Fury was good, and they showed how hard it was for them to like get to know each other, and how we've seen in video games like Ultimate Alliance and the comics that there are things that Shield's hiding from them, and that they do not like that, but they still work with them, which is really the whole backstory to all those games and comics, that they don't trust Shield, but they did a good job. I got to see them midnight showing here in Westminster, Colorado, at the AMC Promenade. Oh, that was awesome. But I have to say, the thing that's holding it back, the only thing that held it back, which, believe it or not, it does. There is something that holds it back. Um, they, I don't know. This might just be my opinion, but in the beginning, it felt like to me about. In the beginning, it felt like they were trying, too hard to be funny. They put too many jokes in there. They wanted to be funny. They wanted to get that wittiness that Iron Man has had in his past two films, and what he's gonna have in the third one. It seemed like to me that they tried too hard at first, but about a third of the way in, maybe 30 minutes in, yeah, about 30 minutes in, it didn't matter. I mean, it was hands down the greatest movie I've ever seen. They stick to the comics well. They don't soil it. They they respect the comics and respect our love for the comics. Uh, I mean, what else to say? And one thing what I think is cool, I mean, if you saw it in Ang Lee's shitty Hulk version, and the Edward Norton 2008 Incredible Hulk, he doesn't really have control of the Hulk. The Hulk has control of him, and the Hulk kills whoever hurts him. But in this, it's more like the comics. He has control over the Hulk. He knows who his friends are. He knows who his enemies are, and it's really cool. It is really cool. And the Hulk and Thor, there's this one scene you just have to see that takes place in Stark Towers. And alright, mute this part if you don't want spoiler alert, because this is a spoiler alert. In the end, there are two endings to the credits, my friends. my friend is like, dude, no, we already saw the first ending, but there are two. One after the, kind of like the flashy credits, and then another one after, the whole rest of the people they show after the actors, directors, producers, everything like that, all that shit, all that jazz. Jon Favreau, I think it was Favreau, yeah, he announced that after the first day, Saturday, the day after it came out, that they definitely now will be releasing a sequel, because just because of it gained 87 million on opening day, opening night, at all the midnight shows. 87 million, that's incredible. um what I would yeah, okay, now this is a spoiler alert. After the first set of credits, foreshadowing the sequel is Thanos. First appearance Iron Man 55, I believe. Thanos, he's the guy who kind of guides Loki. Loki's working for Thanos, so Thanos can come in and take over our world. But he uses Loki to do that. Loki to get it ready. He uses the doctor guy from Thor to open up the portal. His army comes in, and then scheduled to come in after the army is Thanos. But Iron Man closes the portal. Which kills the whole army. But the whole guy, you don't know who he is. He's masked. He has a deep voice. I mean, I felt stupid because at first I thought it was Super Scroll just because what he has at the bottom of his chin. But it is Thanos. So Thanos is in the second one. It's really cool. And just the second ending, the second like little clip after the credits. It's not too flashy, but it's funny. Yeah, it's supposed to be really funny. It's just them eating at a it's just eating at a restaurant that Tony Stark throughout the whole thing was saying that he wants to try. The plot grade I give an A. I mean, it's a new plot, original plot. I don't believe it's in the comics. I'm not sure, but personally, I'm not sure. But I think it's new and original. Generally, it's not an original idea, but the plot itself, it's an original idea that we never see today. The the picture is great. It's really good, and it's pretty good in 3D, but yeah, it doesn't really change the experience if it's in 3D or not. But Mark Ruffalo, great acting. He looks like Bruce Banner. It just seems like Bruce Banner. Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. He's good, of course. Chris Hemsworth. No, they're all pretty good. There's no bad acting in it. They knew what they were doing. Again, the thing of holding it back. I don't. For some reason, I'm giving it. Alright. Please don't get mad at me. I'm giving it 99%. There's one thing missing, but other than that, it's perfect. Go see this movie. I mow lawns. I am scheduled to give out $50, either theater hopping or seeing it 5 times in a weekend. That's what I'm planning on doing. That's how I'm spending my money. I want to see this. I want to have this movie with me till the day I die. This is an incredible movie. Brings out my old inner comic nerd. You have to see it. If you don't see it, it's a sin. It should be a sin that you don't go see this movie. Alright? Thank you guys. Subscribe below or up here. Alright, you can subscribe up here. Or you can subscribe to my other channel. I will be making some personally written songs with my friend pretty soon. Hopefully within the next month, will be posted, and you guys can judge. And I did a not so celebrity hate mail, so you can hate on that shit or hate on this shit. Stay classy, San Diego.